So, today, I think I found the true God. And there's a lot of evidence here. You gotta check this out. All this stuff. I was like, damn, there's like evidence here. And then the story, check out the story. Like, oh my God, there's so much evidence here. First of all, like, these people aren't scumbags. They're not Nazi terrorists going around the planet saying they're the master race and genociding everyone on the planet. In fact, the Nazis really hate these people. So, and the story, all the people who are like, the few people you meet who aren't part of the Nazi bloodline, I don't know, do I ever meet anyone? I assume the couple who say they're not are lying, considering they won't stay the fuck away from me and won't let me date other people or have friends with other people. So I'm gonna assume that they've been doing that there my entire fucking life and shit. That's what Nazis do. Like, Nazis aren't just people who sit around and play cards and say nigger, nigger, nigger. They go hunting and killing people. I know. I live in America who's hunting the Mexicans. Just started invading them last year, and now they're openly sig heiling on fucking TV. This is the first time, and you see how everyone's upset that he's in the open fucking doing that. But he just got excited, and he thought, like, apparently he thinks monkeys can't afford TVs and shit. So he didn't think no one else would see that. I mean, he got excited. It was a little too much fucking space dust there. Sniffing a little too much space dust, probably. Now, that they blame Biden for and shit. Fucking. But, I think I found the true gods, man. Okay, so these people are not in the streets threatening to kill and torture you for all eternity. That their twin brother Satan is going to kill and torture you for all eternity. Like the Middle Easterners who have colonized the entire planet with their Bible fucking go around doing. I've never experienced these people to prevent me from doing anything in life. People who look like these gods, anyways, to prevent me from doing anything in life. And the people do look like the other gods that are running around running their mouths are the only people, I think, who have largely got in the way of my life. Yeah, so they're definitely the ones preventing me from advancing, preventing me from doing anything. And you know, God's not going to create trash like that unless it's just to kill it for fun. So, you know, those people are lying about being God's chosen because they're God's shit. They're like a diarrhea God has taken out his asshole. If there were a God, because you gotta realize, if there were a God, is he a pedophile? Is he a child rapist? He must suck a lot of dick, because there's a lot of fucking dick sucking men in this nation taking it in the ass from one another. In fact, like, from what I can tell through studying history, the people to the north of the equator, I don't even think they like females. Like, they seem to have a long history of this. And it's like, so if their God is God, then God's a homosexual pedophile on his best days. Homosexual pedophile, Nazi terrorist, fucking. But, so I was like, you know, obviously God would not be these people. And, so I was like, you know, who are these anti-God people on the planet going around claiming to be God? Fucking, who are they after the most? Who are the least annoying people on the planet? Who doesn't come around telling me that their gods are going to kill and torture me forever if I don't give them everything I own, my children's wieners, and be a slave for them and go die for them, build pyramids for them, throw my life in the fucking trash every second of existence like these white cracker motherfuckers do to their fucking piece of shit children that they only fucking have to be little fucking slaves. And they're like, obviously the Middle Eastern cracker motherfuckers from the Bible, they're the Bible people are master people. They don't even have time for you. But you're filth, you're in the way of existence. But they're slaves. They send their people, as in the story of Esther, to rape the men and women of other nations and destroy the child. They will have a child with someone who is not them, so they can beat the child, mutilate it, rape it, and drag it down to the level of a McDonald's worker, because their people are not going to go anywhere in the world if anyone else exists outside of chains, because their people are diarrhea fucking walking, and that can somehow talk, and it's learned manipulation to tell people it's a human. Fucking, so that's those people. You can, this has been day one, you know, they start, like, literally, they gather every newborn child and rape and mutilate it and start fondling it and mutilating it. Especially the men in the north of the equator, because they're all fucking homos up here. Fucking, it's a homosexual cult to the max, and but it's like they're the ones claiming they're not, because that's all they do. They're like, I'm your friend. I'm Teddy Ruxpin. Let's play. Hi, I'm Chucky. Let's be friends. This is literally what happens from the second. Like, hi, I'm your parent. Time to play with your wiener. I got a knife too. We're gonna have a fun time today with your wiener. So tasty. Fucking, you think God invented those people for anything less than fun times of draining the blood from them and laughing about it? Like why? Okay, so you got to think, why would God create a planet like this? Well, God must be a real fucking sadist. This is the best thing, because if not, he's a homosexual, pedophile, fucking Nazi terrorist piece of shit. Fucking, so he must be like, a masochist. He must be a masochist. He must like cutting people open and shit. I can see that part. Like, it's odd those people like find people who excel at that to enslave them and do their work for them. But obviously the 90-pound people before steroids aren't going to do that. And obviously I don't think God's going to create some 90-pound crackhead-looking motherfuckers either if there were a God, unless it was to smack them around and be like, hey, you're a bitch. Fucking, you like stupid as fuck. If you're fucking lazy and stupid, shut the fuck up. Stop talking. But instead, they're designed to run their mouths and cause problems and genocides and go around threatening to kill everyone if they don't worship them as gods. Like, So, anyway, so we have Obatala. These are the African gods.
Before the world knew form or substance, there existed only the vastness of the void, where darkness and light danced in an eternal embrace. In this primordial realm, Olodumare, the supreme deity of the Yoruba pantheon, dwelled in serene majesty. Olodumare, the great architect of the universe, desired to create the earth and all that dwelled upon it. And so, from the depths of divine wisdom, Olodumare conceived a plan to bring forth creation. Olodumare looked upon the vast expanse of the universe and decided it was time to create something extraordinary. So, he summoned forth his most trusted and revered deity, Obatala, the king of the white cloth and the embodiment of purity and wisdom. Olodumare bestowed upon Obatala the sacred task of crafting the earth and populating it with life. With a divine sense of purpose, Obatala set out on his journey, descending from the heavens with a gourd filled with sand and a long golden chain. For days and nights, Obatala meticulously sculpted the earth, shaping mountains, valleys, and rivers with his deft hands. He breathed life into the soil, birthing forests teeming with flora and fauna. Under his watchful gaze, the world began to flourish, each element crafted with love and precision. However, as the days turned into weeks and the weeks into months, Obatala became consumed by the magnitude of his task. Exhausted from his labor, he sought respite and solace in the divine palm wine, a gift from Olodumare himself. Obatala, usually the epitome of restraint, found himself swept away by each sip of the sacred libation, his inhibitions waned, and his divine senses dulled. In his inebriated state, Obatala's once steady hands faltered as he continued his sacred work of creating humans. With each motion, his divine craftsmanship waned, his attention scattered by the haze of intoxication. No longer guided by the clarity of purpose, his actions became erratic, his once meticulous creations marred by imperfections. Unbeknownst to Obatala, his drunken revelry had unintended consequences. As he fashioned the bodies of the first humans, his impaired judgment led to the manifestation of disabilities and deformities. Limbs twisted, senses dulled, and minds clouded, his creations bore the marks of his intoxicated folly. Witnessing Obatala's plight from afar,
Let's stop this for a moment here. I'm not gonna, you want to see the rest, you can look up Obatala. Tell me which you think Nazis in the street fucking are gods? Nazi pedophile fucking hateful pieces of shit who prevent anyone from going anywhere in the world so their people can fucking advance up the rung of Nazi supremacy and prevent everyone else from going anywhere. Do you think that would be God? Or do you think God is a drunk motherfucker creating a bunch of fucking stupid idiots? Fucking flawed individuals. Yeah. See, but what happens? Okay, so if I offer you that choice and then I threaten my enemy is going to torture you forever, who just happens to be my brother. My enemy, my brother. I mean, my enemy is going to torture you forever if you don't believe in the story that Nazis are the best thing on the planet, and bombing the Middle East is the best, and Middle Easterners who are claiming to be Americans after they genocided the Americans, and claiming to be Europeans who genocided the Americans, when you start asking them questions about why they're genociding the natives everywhere, but leaving their gang sign over there, their racial supremacist sign on Europeans, which Europeans wouldn't take upon someone else's racial supremacist signs. So maybe they're Europeans like they are Americans, which is 0%. And maybe they're being honest about being from the Middle East. You really think God has to create some deep, God creates just the most putrid fucking scum on the fucking earth. And then their most sacred act is touching boys' genitals and mutilating them too, sucking them like the masters get to suckle them. You don't get to. If you're a half-breed, you only get to give them the penises, and then they get chopped off, and then the chopped off penises get shipped to where they need to go. Not you. You're a fucking slave. But you chose that decision, right? You chose to mutilate and chop off your children's wieners for the Nazis, for Elon Musk, Donald Trump, and Joe Biden, and all the beautiful looking Howard Stern people. Fucking, you chose that. But unfortunately, because you chose not to think, you also don't get to taste the beauty of the baby penis that you've just chopped off your own fucking children. And only God gets to. So, I don't like that story. I don't know about you, but that's the real story, in case you haven't noticed what they're up to and what they're doing. Yeah. Just don't listen to them, because obviously the story begins with someone who can never tell a truth at all. And what we have here is people who begin life trying to rape. They rape in the way in your family, and if you have the intelligence to not believe in Santa Claus, they know it's time to drug you and start killing you and enslaving you and shit like that. Pretty intricate network Nazis have. They're everything Nazis are. They're everything they told us Nazis are, except for I never seen. They always say these other people are Nazis, but I don't meet those other people very much, so all I meet is these other people, and they say those other people populate the nation. I mean, you see where passive-aggressive manipulation and lies get you, and believing the first lie that comes out someone's mouth. Like Santa Claus is coming. It's a slippery slope. Next thing you know, you're chopping off your children's wieners to send them to Hitler to suck on. And you're doing it in the name of health and God. It's for God. I'm chopping off my wieners for God. The Middle Eastern gods. I'm not really even on Middle Eastern land right now, but we should probably do it because they're gods. You know, these should be red flags. And, you know, when someone comes up to you and says, dude, we're going to have to chop off your children's wieners, it's for God. You should, like, really, you know, you might be getting drunk like Obatala here. That's where most kids come from now, isn't it? But are we getting drunk on the day we have pregnancy? We birth the baby? We're not even supposed to be drinking the 9 months that we're pregnant with the baby, let alone the day we have it. And shit, you know how much fucking alcohol is pumping into that fucking mutant's mind? And maybe that's why they gotta make up these they evolved from monkeys thing, because everyone's so fucking drunk when they have their babies that they just, the brain is fried from the alcohol fucking flowing through the body for 9 months and shit. Technically in Roman times, yeah, they put alcohol in the water to keep it clean. Oh, they put fluoride in the water to fix your teeth, and no evidence of that. But we know who's behind that, don't we? The Italians, that's right. And where is Rome located? It could be Italy. Just possibly. Maybe I'm lying. About it. Isn't this like the most accurate story you've ever seen? But the telling thing is the people who look like this god aren't the ones causing problems on this planet, and pedophiles, and a disease that, as far as I've seen, in my experience, they've never enslaved me, but we can't say the same thing for the other God people who start with chopping off your wiener. That's a form of enslavement now, isn't it? It's an attempt to turn you into a slave so you don't have desires for a partner, and it's an attempt to prevent you from breeding, like their race goes around and inserts their trash picks into my life and prevents me from, they specifically don't like me dating people who look like this God, this supposed God. Why are they so obsessed with hating these people that they don't even want me? They don't even let me date them and be with them. And I don't even like them. I don't want them around me. I'd rather see them genocided than exist at all. Yet they're allowed, the white cracker people band together, whatever one's popular, the Middle Eastern white people, that's what's in America. Somehow this Middle Eastern group has spread around the world like cancer. And the Middle Eastern KKK. I mean, they invented the KKK once they got to USA. And I mean, look what they're doing on TV right now. They're like, kill the Mexicans. And everyone's just like, oh, that's a good idea. I mean, the weird thing is in 2020, I said everything should be shown to everyone. And all this crazy stuff has been happening since then, which is like, it's like it's not like opening Pandora's box. Pandora's box was open. It's like someone took Pandora's mind and said, you know what, Pandora, why don't you show them you're already out here in the world? And then I had asked for that. I assumed I'd already seen Pandora was dancing around the world with her tricks and gimmicks, and I was like, you know, I think everyone else should see these things I'm seeing. And the odd thing is everything since 2020 really has been a result of these things. You look at the fires. There's no way you can even look at that and think that there is no fires to look at. But there's a whole bunch of buildings. They have pictures of buildings missing. Are the buildings even missing? Are they lying about that? The fire didn't even hit the trees in some areas. The buildings are gone. There's not even a pile of ash or rubbish. There's not a halfway burnt couch. It's just gone. It's been deleted out of the computer. That's just one little thing. It's like almost nothing. It's been this way since 2020. During 2020, it was just like a whole year, and then I guess I've been trying to avoid people since then, but I mean, me personally, I deal with something different. I deal with these hive mind humans who are hive mind Nazis and shit on the planet, fucking. And I have my own problems, supposedly, according to the humans, who hundreds of them networked together to try to kill me repeatedly my whole life and claim to be innocent people who have no idea what they're doing. The KKK is innocent all the way. Oh yes, we're innocent. The KKK would never lie. The homosexual white people would never be passive-aggressive manipulators threatening you that their twin brother, Anton LaVey, who runs guns to Israel, like the Christians, would kill you and torture you for all of eternity if you don't fall to your knees and worship them every fucking 5 seconds and give them 50% of everything you own at all times and throw away everything you own for them to keep you at a low level of nothing, so when they invent something stupid like a fucking speaker, that's God. It's so advanced. It's God. It's God. Or, you know what it is? I think what they're really after is they're after killing off anyone who can be smart enough to see that they're lying about space and NASA, the Hebrew deception, Nasha. That's what it is. I think that's why their race started fucking trying to kill and drug me when I was born. Once I won awards from the president, because that was my goal in life. Like, the only times I really thought of the future, why would I waste time, especially considering who I am and what the humans have put me through. I'm not allowed to make moves that are irrelevant to reality. Now the humans are being set up as evil terrorists in the way to prevent me sometimes, but I can tell, like, you know, they're set up like dominoes because I get to watch them fall like dominoes. So it's not, you know, I can tell, like, some things just go that way. It goes straight into the terrorists fucking doing their fucking bullshit. But it makes sure, like, oh, this little thing, oh look, there's not even a road going that direction. That's a wall. There's an ocean over there. You can't go that way. But up here is the pedophile Nazi terrorists, enslavers, and you're gonna have to go that way because we don't have boats right now, so you can't go across the ocean and find a better way to find a better people, a better planet, a better nation. Whatever. I can tell in my life it's gonna, like, set up like that. I mean, bot motherfuckers who are terrorists and shit. Like, you should. This is like the unveiling. Ever since 2020, I asked for an unveiling, and this has been continually happening. When was the last time you seen Americans do the Hitler salute? That was in the 1980s. America invented the Bellamy salute. It wasn't the Romans, except for they are the Romans. Bellamy looks exactly like every Roman statue with the broccoli hair and all. So it was the invaders on American soil who invented this. And so it's been about 100 years since anyone had seen them do that before. You know how passive aggression works. You tell people, oh, I'm your friend, I'm your lover, I love you, I care for you. And then you gut the motherfucker and chop their fucking head off and rape their fucking throat. Yeah. Yeah, you thought you was fucking special, but you was a dumbass now because you was dead, you stupid fucking monkey. Oh yeah. Fucking Hail Hitler, bitch. You know, that's how it works. I bet you know, some people don't know because you're dead when you get to experience the second half where they're dancing around your dead body and cutting off pieces to eat it like they do in the story of Esther from their fucking Nazi Bible and shit. Fucking God does not invent people to eat humans. If there was a God, he would come down and chop off your motherfucking head if he was eating humans and shit. Fucking. So, just to let you know that fact. God, if there was a God who's watching people chop off their children's wieners, your head would drop off before that knife fucking hit that child's wiener and shit. You're not God, but you might be proof that what you're talking about doesn't exist the fuck at all. So, I mean, and we should rebel against God if He is these people. But obviously, this is a race of 2 billion people. This isn't one invisible person in the sky. This is a race of 2 billion people on the planet. 2 billion Nazi bloodline who don't mind mixing with other people halfway in order to get their goal accomplished, like they do in the story of Esther, where they send their fucking rat whore to rape the fucking or Mary. It's such a godly thing. You gotta steal a diamond from the people who look like the only people with intelligent fucking religion, and enslave them, force them to work in that diamond mine because you're too weak and stupid to figure out how to mine a diamond like Elon Musk does and shit. Fucking, according to his dad. But now we can argue his dad might have been lying. Yeah, because his people didn't own the mines. And repeatedly enslaved the Africans. Since they were the fucking Egyptians, then they became the Middle Easterns, then they became the Italians, then they became the Europeans, then they became the Americans, and was sent ships back there to pick them up and re-enslave them over here and shit, fucking, which is odd because those people even worship a story saying that the people who are slaves are actually God's people and shit. And even the Middle Eastern Nazi fucking pedophile terrorists are telling you that the people who are slaves, and what color are the slaves? Well, there's the Irish ones too. They have a real fucking attitude problem. I'd be suspect if God was on their side. I mean, my name's Sean Kelly Jones. Nice to meet you. Fucking, but I mean, they've tried to like attack me, and at least in one case. Hey, that's not that bad. I should leave that the fuck out. But I feel like maybe some other people were involved in that too. You can't tell with the passive-aggressive Nazis until it's too late. Until they're standing over your dead fucking body, you don't know why they're there to love you and care for you. That's pretty much the end of it, unless they're not there to kill you and just enslave you. And that could take 15 years to milk that out of someone if you're a kind, forgiving person. And then that means one of their people can dismantle 1/4 of your life, and they have billions of their people. They have billions. You have one of you. Do you really think that how many people have been sent into my life? They think I'm worth more than anything. They make up all these stories. I'm God. I mean, supposedly this is why they've been trying to kill me my whole life. I mean, can you imagine the mental retardation of pedophiles claiming to be God? What is even in their head that they would organize to kill a person because God? Is it just because I look a certain way and they're trying to kill everyone who looks that way? And does everyone else who look like me, like I did notice Chris Cornell of Soundgarden, like they people are piping in the comments about that. I guess he died or something, and they killed him. That's what some people think. So maybe they are just targeting everyone who looks like Zeus and Yahweh, because Jesus doesn't look like Jesus only. Jesus looks like Zeus and Yahweh. He has brown hair and shit. Like, as long as Jesus keeps dyeing his hair his whole life, he's not going to look like Zeus and Yahweh. But the second he stops doing that, he will, because it's the same individual. Compare the pictures. Good. I get to compare the pictures because I have a mirror and stuff, so I get to see that, experience what those pictures look like. Anyway, so I'm saying from now on, obviously I was joking about being a Muslim because those people were sent to prevent me from doing things, and that's part of the Abrahamic Nazi pedophile cult. That's just people that the Egyptians had raped and enslaved, most likely. That was their first stop when they invented Israel and the scapegoat. They invented the word scapegoat, so they invented the Bible, and they put the word in the Bible to tell you that they're scapegoating in the Bible, and they're scapegoating themselves by saying they were slaves to Egypt. So these people are not gods. These are lying, habitual liars, pedophiles, mass murderers, rapists, genociders, terrorists. They're the people who have these children these days getting duck lips and shit like that, and just destroying their fucking faces because they want to be able to chop off their noses and their faces to not look like Marilyn Monroe did before her 2 hours of makeup and shit like that. So, I mean, do you really think God's inventing people who are chopping off, like implanting duck bills on their faces so they can look like stupid morons? And these people know what they've done after it. I've watched some of these people post on their fucking media accounts. Some of them purposely keep the fucking camera in front of their lips and shit now, and never take a picture of their fucking face again. And they had it looked like bro, with that camera in front of their face, they got a lot going on. And with their eyes, when they let the camera down just low enough to see their eyes, they got a lot more going on. But then I can assume why they were covering their face, but might look far enough to find a picture where they've let their face appear in a mirror beside them or something on accident, and it's like, that's what I thought now, isn't it? So those are the gods, Howard Stern's the god, and you got to give all your money to him in Israel. No, I don't think so. I'm not going to buy into it. I mean, these people don't even look like the people who've been terrorizing me, and the other people do. I mean, they've already lost. They've lost everything when it comes to me. Like, I was born not being too fond of them, and they made sure to, like, I don't think I was born that way. I'm thinking I experienced them for a few months or years, and I was like, oh, they're lying, passive aggressive, manipulative, genocidal terrorists. Oh, God. What have we gotten ourselves into this time? Oh, and pedophiles. Oh, my God. Look at the way that person's looking at me. I'm 4 years old. I had memories like that when I'm a kid. And sadly, that's technically that's one of my favorite people, who had never done me wrong. What do you do there? It's like, I've had to forgive people for lots of things, and just look past certain things. I mean, I might even found them attractive too, but I understood, I don't think we're in positions to be looking at each other like that and stuff. This is not going to turn out well for everyone else around us. We must keep this relationship to just fucking looking at each other like this. Fucking never advance with these thoughts. But I mean, I've been dealing with this shit for a long time, so I don't like these people who look like these people have been causing problems. And those people are now bringing around other people, and they're starting to, like, and then the other people are starting to be like, oh, look what the Chinese person did. It's like, no, you were right beside them. Yeah, don't blame someone else. I see you. I'm like, yeah, of course I see you. You're there saying shalom and all your Hebrew gang signs and shit, Pinocchio, Geppetto, fucking, what the fuck are you doing, dumbass? Like, you think I'm as stupid as you because you're a fucking bot or something? You're a dumbass. You need to go back to fucking the hard drive and hibernate for a while and come back and cry about how you just did a whole bunch of hard fucking work all day. And you're so famished because you work so hard. And by by outsourcing your government files to someone in China because they'll do it for half your labor fees. Hard ass work, fucking. Hey, Chen, I've got these files to send over. Okay, do it. Send. Oh shit, man. I need a nap and like 10 hamburgers after that, man. My fucking calves are sore, dude. Oh, my calves are sore after that. Fuck. Almost as hard as being a creator and shit, where actually that's hard because you gotta sit around and let pedophiles and terrorists enslave and destroy and rape you your entire life and never do anything you want, never be around anyone you want because you're busy creating pedophiles and terrorists so you can kill them, apparently. That's what I'm trying to figure out, why we're doing this to begin with. And the only thing that makes sense is to kill these fuckers. Why? With trash? These are people raping their way into your life and preventing you from being around anyone you want to be and forcing you to be around motherfuckers you despise. And they are disgusting. You don't think they're disgusting. They're telling you they're disgusting. They're like, hey, we had sex with an animal earlier today, and then we killed it, and then they look like it, and you're like, then they're trying to like have sex with you and forcing you to have sex with them and not allowing you to be around people who don't look like animal rapists. And you're like, okay, yeah, let's have sex with animal rapists now. It sounds like where you guys are trying to say COVID came from, which is odd because there people are trying to tell me fucking I created COVID. And they're going on their media saying it was China. That's odd though, ain't it? The people who own the media, their families coming to me and saying I'm behind COVID. And then they go on TV and they blame China, so people will invade and genocide China. They should blame Mexico. They're going to blame Mexico for the next one because they're already over there killing them and shit and invading their nation. And they already took over the government over there and stuff, so they're going to allow it to fucking happen now, aren't they? That's what happened to the Native Americans. They took over the North American government and they're gone now. Fucking. That's what happened to the Europeans. Ain't an old broccoli head in the UK. Old fucking weird looking motherfuckers there. Don't look like no Europeans in the fucking government buildings. You got that broccoli head and shit, that Italian Roman look, which seems to come from people who were in Africa raping Africans and shit back in the pyramid days and stuff. So, yeah, I'm saying these people are... This is more likely to be the true story of God than a bunch of pedophile Nazi terrorists. God's not going to have to go around and threaten you. God's not going to... Whoever created this place doesn't give a shit. Eh. And yeah, what are you gonna do? Call him a poopy head or something? What are you gonna find the exit out of this world and go smack him in the face or something? Like, I'm sure he's real. I'm sure the real people in this fucking world are real scared of that. They're like, oh my god. It's like every time I'm playing a game, I'm like, oh shit, what if this fucker jumps out of the game and kills me? Oh my god, yeah, he's saying, fuck me. Oh, Jesus. Fireball. Ah, he's dead. Ah, fuck it. He's dead. I figure that's what being God is probably like. You're like, ah. he said, I'm inventing child rapists and shit to kill. Ah, he's fucking, he's smart. That dude's fucking... Who created him? I don't remember creating that bot. They ain't supposed to be able to figure that shit out. Fuck it. Hey, send him some guns. Send him some guns. Fucking, he knows what to do with them. He knows the plan. Fireball, fireball, fireball. Fucking, that's what, yeah. Hey, they want some help. Hey, they want some help. Dear Lord, our family is hungry and starving for food. We have chopped off our baby penis as an offering for you. No, I don't remember creating this bot. Who the fuck created this thing? Oh shit, is that the AI? Damn it. Wow, what type of character is this? Fireball, fireball, fireball. I imagine, except for, that's the only problem so far in this story I've found is he doesn't send fireballs, like, but they're not explaining in detail. Like, I think this is like the beginning of creation right here, where they just create a few people and they're saying, oh, they're crippled, they're maimed, and they look a little different. I guess it took a few thousand years of creation to create people who make you want to create the fireball spell and shit. Like, oh, dude. And then we invented children. And then we invented women. Then we invented the penis and the vagina, so the man and the woman could stay entertained and have fun. And then somehow the man started fucking figuring out the children had wieners and touching the children's wieners. And who the hell's messing with the software programming and just act this way? That's not very good. I don't like that. So I'm gonna invent this big thing that just burns the fucking flesh. I'm gonna call it a fireball. Fireball, fireball, fireball! Fucking Jesus, what the fuck? Hey, this has always confused me how this shit happens. The motherfuckers run around doing all this shit. And they get away with their fucking Santa Claus delusions and shit. And it really does seem to be that, like, there's invisible aliens somewhere on the planet, but I'll tell you what, they look like the people doing all this shit, so you might want to double check whether they're gods or whether you're in a game world, or whether you're you might be on a living planet that alien terrorist devils have invaded and have enslaved the entire population here. Fucking, that seems more likely than most of anything, any stories on this planet, except for this one. I think they just created this one. I think this is one of those things where they're like saying things. Yeah. This is an AI generated video, supposedly. These are like Africans. They've got AI now. This was 9 months ago. This was before the AI was even, videos were even being invented. Africa already had them. the motherland of creation. Either that, or this video was invented a few seconds ago, and they put 9 months back on it. One of the two. You see, the only reason I can come up with that secondary thing is because, well, I've seen creation, and it's definitely the people who own Google claim to be gods, are trying to be gods. They own the AI too, and they're trying to prevent other people from accessing it until China helped the world out and gave them something for free, who they hate just like they hate black people and stuff. So, yeah. So they could easily use their YouTube to do that. I know they've been doing that. Like they said, they spent years making the fucking Matrix, and the Matrix 4 just popped out. Like, what's happening in my life? I walk inside the theater, and it's playing. What's happening right outside the door, and what's happening while I'm in there. Like, so this thing backdated 9 months. It's simple. If you've ever did spreadsheet or uploaded a YouTube video, you know how easy that is. That you could, if you have access to YouTube, just like they wrote on the map that they're gonna ambush me, last time the humans band together to try to kill me and shit. Yet their entire species is not smart enough to pull off something like that. So how did they do that? I mean, they're guys. They're illusion. Obviously, they have a hive mind, and they're not in control of their own thought. They're either not fucking like below mentally retarded, or they're so good of actors that they can act that way. Fucking, because either they're so stupid they don't know what they're doing, or they're such good actors, or you know, like, and when I say so stupid, that can include just they're toasters, like robots. 'Cause robots are stupid, obviously. I've never seen a smart one. There's no evidence there's ever going to be a smart robot. Not on this planet. They haven't even attempted to make one. And that would be the only purpose. The calculators were like the dawn of technology. The point of it was logic and computing. And then instantly, who has their hands on it now? Santa Claus, Elon Musk, and his NASA pals from the Middle East. The child dick lickers. The fucking global genociders and rapists. The terrorists and enslavers who force us to fucking rape their way into people's families and then have children with them and then call their gang members to force them to have sex with them and prevent them, their children that they've just raped someone to have, fucking to destroy their bloodline, fucking force them to date them and their people, and so they can't, you know, they continue to destroy the bloodline until it's completely out of existence. And then 6,000 years later, the entire world worships them as gods, yet they're fucking pure fucking rapist trash, Phil. Which story do you think would actually be God? This is their story. You can be one of them, and you can keep doing exactly what I say they're doing. Nothing but lying and denying. Or the story about someone got drunk and invented a bunch of dumbasses fucking who are crippled and maimed, and fucking coming from the people who don't look like the people who are genociding the fucking planet, but look like the people the Nazis are trying to genocide for some reason. Fucking I mean, for me it's easy because I've had to deal with the other group, and I haven't dealt with people who look like these gods as much, causing me problems. In fact, The only person I ever met, I think, well, I guess Robin, fucking, she was at metal concerts, but the first person I met, it was like, I was like 30 or some shit before I finally could break free of the other humans who had been obviously planted in my life because the whole place looks fake. So I met the first person in my life who had the one trait, the one anything. I just simply needed them to like something, and like a certain sound. Fucking, it's like if I wanted someone to like the color black, or if I wanted someone to like pizza, because we're gonna eat pizza every fucking meal. And so you better like pizza or shut the fuck up and get out of my life. I mean, technically I do eat pizza every meal. Fucking, if you got a problem with that, like, get the fuck out of my life. Like, my last girlfriend bought pizza every time we came over. Nothing wrong with that. Fucking little compatibility there. Can't argue with that. But I think she only said, see, there's this history of people coming in my life who are lying about who they are to force their way into my life. And that, like, that's entirely different from not wanting to eat pizza every day. That's a line is a completely different fucking beast. It's a personality. It's a genetic trait. Fucking guarantee your ass. I mean, look at them. Like, the game even tells you they're Pinocchio. That's why their noses are so fucking big on TV and in all these Western nations and shit. Like, they're showing you backstories and stuff to it. Fucking, almost everything on Earth seems to be some sort of supporting thing. It's kind of not everything. Like, there's some little things that just like, I don't waste time looking for it. Just put it that way. Don't waste time looking for things. If you become educated, you'll see things. And don't fucking ask, because they own technology and mics, and there's pedophile stalkers who have been owning that shit. How else have they been stalking and enslaving the human fucking race and shit if they haven't been owning this technology forever? Why else do they worship an AI? Why else do they try to make other people worship an AI, over their pyramid, the all-seeing AI? Because that was 6,000 years ago. That was like 8,000 years ago when they invented the AI or something, right? I guess it was 2000 when they invented the first Bible offshoots. And since then, 100 million Bibles and anti-Bibles have popped up from it. So the creation of Nazi supremacist cults was kind of slow at first. You only really have their Egyptian pyramids with all-seeing AI on it before that. But yeah, how do you guys think is better? More likely to be God? People out at, you think God sends little weak people out on the street to fucking threaten and torture you? That their twin brother is gonna fucking torture you? I mean, their twin brother Satan is delivering guns to Israel just like the Christians do and shit. They bragged about that in his biography. So it's just them. Is the same fucking people as they are. It's all about, it's literally like you just pick up the book and it starts, my Abrahamic bloodline, God had 3 children, and then the rest of the people are children of the devil. Give me all your money and your baby's wieners, because we're God's people. Like, you better fucking learn to outthink it if anyone even is left alive on the planet, because the reason why that fucking the Ku Klux Klan cross is everywhere is because their people are everywhere, and that means they're either sneaking their way in through lies and deception, or they've already killed those people. And I think I think from what we can see, them traveling from the Egyptian pyramid, they've been killing everyone and replacing them. I mean, I'm in USA. I don't see any Americans. I've seen some a couple times. I went to a Walmart in like Arizona, and it looked like there was probably some. I was like down in some canyon and shit somewhere. Apparently, that must have been near a reservation or something. And so it was weird. There's a lot of them at the Walmart and shit at around 8 in the morning. There's another weird thing too. They were up early in the morning doing things. I don't see that with other people. Like, I guess God's people are just fucking lazy. You know, the people go around threatening you to kill you if you don't worship them as God, and then taking your money and your children's wieners. You know, I don't see those fuckers in those cities fucking up at 6, 8 a.m. I'm pretty sure I was like 6. It was a little bit cold. Fucking a little bit little bit past dawn and stuff. The sun wasn't quite up yet. But I do remember I was busy for a Walmart at like 6, 7 a.m. Never seen anything like that before. Like, I mean, out here, they're closed like almost all the day because they're inside fucking eating cheeseburgers and fucking, you know, the men are having sex with men, and then the women are probably having sex with women and probably just watching TV because they're ultra fucking lazy and that sex is just way too much. They're probably watching TV with their girlfriends and shit. Fucking, I mean, does that really sound like God people to you? Like, I mean, they're rapists. Like, did God choose these men to come into my life and attempt to rape me and shit? Did God choose men to go mutilate baby penises and shit according to the race who controls the planet? Yes, he did. That's why they call themselves God chosen, because they're saying God chose them to rape children. God chose them to mutilate newborns. And God especially chose the ones north of the equator, north of Italy, or north of Israel. From the bottom of Italy up, from the bottom of Rome up, God has chose those people to mutilate their males' genitals and touch and suckle. Again, you don't get the suckle part because you're a halfling. You don't deserve anything. You're supposed to breed little boys to have wieners for better people to suck on than you, and you just chop them off to give to them. So that seems to be what's going on here. Correct me if I'm wrong. I've only had to live through it, and I'm sure some people are doing exactly what I'm